Good evening. This is Real Sports. I'm Casey Jimenez.
And I'm Cameron Mitchell, here to deliver only the most hard-hitting sports commentary. Tonight, we discuss the beginning of the 2024 season of Hide and Seek, which kicked off in Phoenix, Arizona earlier this week. Here's Casey with more.
The seeker of this year's first game was 2018 first-round draft pick Marcy Greer. This was Greer's first game as a seeker after several years as a hider, and it was immediately marked with scandal when the referee accused her of peeking before she finished her count to 10.
Now, Casey, I think we've all seen the footage. Certainly you and I have. And I didn't see her peeking whatsoever.
Cameron, if you look closely in this footage, you can see the way she ever so slightly moves her ring finger on her left hand. If that isn't peeking, what is it?
She easily could have had her eyes closed. I think we move without thinking all the time.
Let's review that footage. Well, our footage didn't come through, Cameron, but take my word for it, she was peeking.
I still think there's a chance that her eyes were closed. And why tarnish such a stellar track record by cheating?
Well, Cameron, I think as a seeker you have a lot of pressure on your shoulders, and not everyone is cut out for the position.
That's so true. I think the 2011 season taught us that. Now, onto a more positive note. A moment of triumph in the world of Red Rover last Saturday when rookie player of the Toronto Timbits, Alfonso Banks, broke through the final two members of the Brooklyn Pizza Brats. This not only ended the 26-game winning streak for Brooklyn, but gave Toronto a good chance at the playoffs.
I think what's most amazing about this 11th hour victory is that Alfonso Banks has always been underestimated. He's 5'2", he's only about 100 pounds. It's clear why any Red Rover team would want him sent right over.
Especially when you have two of the bulkiest players in the league left at the end. I think it's easy to get discouraged, but Banks has mastered very early on the technique you need to blast through your opponents without injury, and that's very hard to pick up for a rookie.
Very hard indeed, Cameron, I agree. Banks has been so quiet this season, but he really got his chance to shine for the Timbits, and I'm anxious to see how they do next week against the Portland Baristas.
And we'll be here to cover it. Up next, the world of professional tag was shaken by a serious altercation at a match in Milwaukee this weekend. Here's Casey with more.
Thanks, Cameron. Friday night at the Schlitz Beer Arena, there was an uproar at the tag playoffs when veteran tag player Stanley Simpson, who was it at the time, lunged to tag opponent Murphy Law at 30 seconds to halftime, just as Law was reaching base. Many players on the field agreed that Law was now it, but Law themselves did not agree, getting angry and hostile in their confrontation of Simpson, and even attempting to push him off the jungle gym. Recess monitors had to be called to de-escalate the situation, and the rest of the match was canceled.
Representatives for Stanley Simpson, as well as for the American Tag League, declined to comment at this time. However, Murphy Law agreed to grant us an interview to discuss the situation. Live from Milwaukee, they're here with us now. Murphy, thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Cameron. Thanks for letting me come on here and say my piece.
So let's go over the situation again. How do you remember that night's events going down?
Well, I saw Simpson coming my way, so I started running like hell. I see that the base is a few feet away, so I jump for it to get on the platform, you know? I was on base. And everyone knows that if you're on base, you can't be it. You can't. You're on times.
But let's get right down to it. Did Stanley Simpson tag you?
It doesn't matter, because I was on times.
But do you concede that his hand made contact with you?
It doesn't matter a damn bit. I was on times, Casey. And you know what? It's pretty low of Simpson to not respect when another player's on base.
Yes. But Murphy, according to the ATL rulebook, a player can only be on base for 10 seconds every quarter. As we can see in the replay.
You know what? No, I was not on times for more than 5 seconds the last time I used it. And you can watch the footage and see for yourself. It's obvious. Everyone with eyes could see it.
Speaking of which, it's been said that you'll be trying to appeal your suspension with the American Tag League.
You bet I will. Referees, bunch of poopy heads who don't know anything. I'll appeal it, and I'll win, and I'll take their lunch money. My dad could beat up their dad so bad, it's embarrassing.
Okay. Well, Murphy, thank you so much for being with us. But that's all the time we have.
Oh, you gotta go, huh? I didn't realize you were some kind of chicken.
It seems that Murphy's pants are on fire from all the lying he's done.
I completely agree, Casey. I think someone needs to send him to the principal's office and call his mom. Well, that is all the time we have for Real Sports this weekend. When we return, we'll look at the tragic Flora's Lava tournament in Cleveland.